Right now at 10, dozens of acres scorched in Juneau County, the latest on the wildfire forcing evacuations. And a high-speed chase leading to an officer-involved shooting near Black River Falls, leaving one in critical condition. Plus, union workers at Gunderson by Amplify picketing for their retirement benefits.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is on assignment. Fire crews battled a wildfire that spanned nearly 80 acres in Juneau County. Starting in the town of Cutler, the fire quickly spread to the towns of Kingston and Mather. Nearly 40 homes in those towns were evacuated. According to the DNR, the fire is now controlled. There are no reports of injuries or structures destroyed by the fire. The DNR attributes the fire's spread to warm temperatures, low humidity, and windy conditions.
We'll have some continuing same fire weather tomorrow. So I know our team will be on standby tomorrow as well. So making sure that everyone is being safe. Look at the DNR website for burning restrictions. It's going to be hot and dry until we get some rain.
The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Hot and dry were the words she just spoke. Yeah, it was a hot and dry weekend.
It was hot and dry, yes.
Are we expecting any rain this week, Nicole?
We do have some rain in the forecast, which should hopefully bring some end to some of these pesky fire weather conditions that we've been dealing with this week. To go back through this afternoon, though, hot, dry, and windy is the best way to describe it. That's exactly what you need to have certain weather conditions support the ability to have a quick-moving fire out there. 86 for your high in La Crosse, 85 in Eau Claire as for our max wind gusts. Definitely not absurdly windy out there, but you really don't need much to have that fire start to catch up a little bit. We saw most of the area getting around 25-mile-an-hour gusts throughout the afternoon. The main story, though, was definitely those relative humidities. Very dry out there, especially as you go into the afternoon hours. That's when you usually get the driest air. We saw relative humidities usually about under 25%, even some locations under 20%. That's extremely dry. The good news is, as it typically does, we start to see some moisture start to return into the atmosphere as we go into the overnight period. Looking ahead towards tomorrow, we're not seeing nearly as dry conditions, but they're still going to be drier than comfortable, drier than I'm sure a lot of us want them to be, seeing most of the area below 30 to 40%. We do have some rain on the way, and that should help this fire weather, again, conditions out there, because we could be dealing with them for at least a couple more days. But by Thursday, much wetter pattern is coming in. So I'll have all the details on that coming up in the full forecast.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. Well, a wild scene near Black River Falls, an officer-involved shooting. It happened this morning. According to the sheriff's office, a suspect fled from a traffic stop near North Sand Prairie Road in Hickston. During the encounter, an officer reportedly discharged their firearm. The driver was hit and hospitalized in critical condition.
There was a discharge from a deputy during the incident. From there, the person is seeking medical treatment for injuries.
Now, the officer was wearing a body camera at the time of the shooting. They're now on desk assignment per the agency's policies while the shooting is being investigated. Jeffrey Ruppnow is out on bond. He's the father of the teen shooter in the Abundant Life Christian School. Ruppnow's bond was $20,000. Ruppnow is accused of selling weapons to a minor. Last December, Ruppnow's daughter fatally shot 2 people and injured 6 others at Abundant Life. She then turned the gun on herself. Well, Eau Claire is receiving a multi-million-dollar PFAS settlement. It received $1.68 million as the first payment of a $9.4 million settlement. The so-called forever chemicals contaminated groundwater. The city is building a facility to remove any remaining PFAS. The construction is expected to be done by 2026. Governor Tony Evers made a stop in Eau Claire today. He visited Lippert Components. It's part of the governor's statewide tour pushing for investments into the state's workforce. Lippert was given a $400,000 training grant in 2024. In partnership with Chippewa Valley Technical College, Lippert was given a $400,000 training grant. The grant helps provide students with real skills and certifications for manufacturing jobs.
We want people like that to stay in Wisconsin and to expand. And one of the ways they can is have a great workforce, and that's where the technical college and obviously the university plays a role in that too.
Evers also stops in Green Bay to learn about Green Bay West High School Bay Link manufacturing program. Mayor Shondell Washington Spivey and Common Council members weighed in on the future of the La Crosse School District today. The district is holding a series of focus groups to help create a vision for La Crosse schools. Council members shared ways they think the district could improve to better serve the community and students. This includes providing more teacher support and preparing students for life after graduation. The superintendent says it's important to consider the needs of the community.
The point of the learning today is for me, is for the school districts to listen, to take notes, to understand what's important to our community, both what's going on right now and for the future.
Council members also praised the district for their community collaboration efforts and caring staff. An area nonprofit is showcasing ways La Crosse can make more housing available. Habitat for Humanity's tour showcases missing middle housing that refers moderate density housing such as duplexes and small apartment buildings. As the city prepares to rezone for the first time since the 1980s, organizers of the tour say middle housing could be a solution to a housing shortage.
Missing middle has long been seen as a great solution to those issues where we can, double up households or triple up households on a single lot.
The tour was a total of 1.5 miles, starting at Cass and 9th and ending at Wygant Park. President Trump touting a temporary trade deal with China. Under the agreement, the U.S. will lower the 145% tariff on Chinese goods to 30%. China's tariffs on the U.S. will drop down to 10%. The deal is for 90 days while talks continue. The trade war thaw sending stocks surging, the Dow closing up 3%. The S&P 500 was in the green and the Nasdaq jumped 4.3%. President Trump signing an executive order to cut some U.S. drug prices. So what will be targeted? Reportedly, GLP-1 medication and drugs with the highest cost disparities between U.S. and other countries. Amplified by Gunderson workers are trying to protect their retirement security. A rally was held today in La Crosse. Right now, negotiations are going on. A big concern, a change to 401k plans, specifically removing guaranteed employer contribution for union workers.
They need to realize that they need these people, even though we're towards the bottom of the chain, they need to know that we are here and that we need to be treated with respect and the pay and the retirement accounts.
Candidate for Wisconsin's 3rd Congressional District, Rebecca Cook, attended the rally to support the demonstrators.
You have to walk the walk, and that's, I think, what it means to be a representative that shows up and really engages with people, and I'm always going to show up and stand up for workers.
Offering to provide employees covered by a union with the same retirement contribution as non-union employees, with the same upside and downside risk. Well, May is Brain Cancer Awareness Month. Each year, around 25,000 people are diagnosed with the disease. News 8 Now's Allison Ferget spoke with one Westby man about his cancer journey and his miraculous road to recovery.
A moment changes everything.
Last November, Scott Hall started to struggle with his speech.
He had garbled speech. I couldn't even understand what he was saying and took him to the emergency room.
Scott was given a devastating diagnosis, glioblastoma, a highly aggressive form of brain cancer. His tumor was close to his brain's speech center, which would complicate surgery. Because of that, doctors said the tumor was inoperable. Scott was given just months to live.
I was shocked.
But Scott's son Todd had an idea. He suggested his dad seek another opinion from the UW Health Carbone Cancer Center. That's when the Halls met neurosurgeon Mustafa Baskaya, a specialist in complex brain tumors.
I'll go over the MRIs, CTs.
After reviewing the scans, Dr. Baskaya determined Scott would benefit from surgery. So, just over a week after being diagnosed with a deadly, inoperable brain tumor, Scott was in surgery to remove it.
So a complete turnaround in, the treatment prognosis.
Because the tumor was near Scott's speech center, he had to be awake during surgery, answering questions from the medical team to make sure they weren't affecting his speech.
They kept saying to me, good answers, good answers.
Within a few hours, Biscaya fully removed the tumor.
It was a relief. The things were happening so fast and just a whirlwind of, emotion, but we made it through and we just kept forging ahead.
After a few days in recovery, doctors told Scott he could go home.
He's a tough guy. Tough Wisconsinites.
To prevent any spread of the disease, Scott underwent radiation treatments over the next 6 weeks. He's also finishing oral chemotherapy from home.
Scott's able to get out and mow the lawn, do the yard work, so kind of business as usual right now.
Scott is looking forward to a summer of baseball games and family time, something that felt out of reach just months ago.
Don't give up on your dreams. Never give up.
Well said. Like with any kind of cancer, Scott's could reoccur. The Halls also want to encourage people to get a second opinion because it was life-saving for them. One Whitehall teacher is working toward a bright future by inspiring comfort and confidence. Meet this month's top-notch teacher after the break.
Give your child the independence they want with Ultra's Live Your Life Spend account. It's a free account designed for money-savvy teens and young adults with all the extra features you'll love. No minimum balance and no monthly fees. Plus, cashback debit card rewards. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Ryan wants to get every new device that's smart. I'm wondering, how can the internet handle all of this?
We have Spectrum Internet. We use it for everything. Homework, remote work from home, doing research for trips.
Spectrum Internet allows us to do things faster and more conveniently.
I feel like that's a win-win for everybody.
Fast, reliable internet starting at $30 a month, backed by the Spectrum commitment to keep you connected.
Dreaming of a new ride? Apply today at driveultra.org and make your dream a reality. Hey, dogs can dream too. Ultra Federal Credit Union.
Top Notch Teacher is sponsored by Viterbo University and Dahl Honda.
When a close colleague heard our next top-notch teacher was nominated, she said, "Congratulations, it's about time." It's a feeling many at Whitehall share for Charlotte Winju. News 8 Now's Ken Kazarowski introduces this month's top-notch teacher.
If Charlotte Winju had a spirit animal, it might be an owl.
I resonated with the owl just because of the whole wisdom.
But owls and teachers aren't born wise. It takes years of experience to get there. 36 of them for Charlotte, 22 at Whitehall.
I just have known pretty much all my life that teaching is what I've wanted to do.
Her classroom is now a menagerie of stuffed animals, gifts from her students that she's happy to display.
I want it to be an inviting space so that they want to be here.
And they do.
I had 2 children that were in her classroom when they were growing up, and I couldn't have asked for a better teacher.
Her lessons might inspire using one of the 100 games on her shelves or a spur-of-the-moment conversation.
Somebody will bring something up and we get sidelined from the lesson because some of the best learning happens at that point, whether it's learning about the actual focus of that lesson or something else just about every day.
Inspiring comfort and confidence in everyone around her.
I can tell you I feel really good about sending kids from my classroom into her classroom the next year.
Her peers say her commitment to students is on another level. She spearheads after-school programming until 6 p.m. each day.
Grades 2 through 8, so I get to see a lot of kids even after they move on.
It's separate from the school district, so it's not just a labor of love. It's another job.
I don't consider it a sacrifice. I just find it really important for a small community to have, and I want them to be the best that they can be so that our community is the best it can be.
Constantly working toward a bright future for Whitehall.
It's just tireless.
Eventually, the hours of effort have to take their toll. After all, wisdom includes knowing when to stop. But for Charlotte, teaching is still very much a hoot.
There's been talk of retirement, and I'm just not ready for that yet. I continue to come here and enjoy every day.
Ken Kozarowski, News 8 Now.
And if you'd like to nominate a top-notch teacher, head to the Features tab on news8000.com and click or tap on Top Notch Teacher to submit our nomination form. Well, we'll have more news ahead, but first,
we have multiple more days left in the 80s, but there is a cool down coming towards the end of the week. I'll have all the details on just how cool we're expecting to get coming up right after the break.
Ah, it's deer season.
Already? Nice knowing you. We gotta hide.
No, not that deer season. Deer season. It's that time of year when you can get $3,000 off at an authorized John Deere dealer.
A deer season that saves bucks?
That's right.
It's deer season, now through June 2nd.
Visit Tractor Central today to find out why nothing runs like a deer. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
It's a John Deere day. You can really taste the hickory on this Arby's 6-hour smoked pulled pork.
You know, I always thought your best quality was your flavor palette.
Well, you know, people think I'm funny, too.
Nah, it's your palate.
What?
Arby's, we have the meat.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Seatbelts? Nah, don't worry about it.
All right.
Those dudes are going nowhere fast.
Donald Driver.
Buckle up, fellas. If you don't, it can cost you money or worse.
Got that.
I told you. You were right.
Click it or kick it. Together, we can save lives.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose American Waterworks.
Fleet Farms Garden Center has discounts on hundreds of plants, flowers, vegetables, fertilizers, and more. Like Farm Fresh Selects 10-inch hanging baskets for $17.99. And large bags of Miracle-Gro all-purpose garden soil for just $7.99. Plus, get a 21-inch full-bore 3-in-1 push mower on sale for only $259.99. When it comes to the great outdoors, let Fleet Farm handle all your patio, lawn, and garden needs at the best prices guaranteed.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. Like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. That's over $6,600 in average finance savings. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Well, if you're a fan of the extended warmth that we've been having, then you're in for a treat. We still have a couple days left with the 80-degree weather. However, there is an end in sight. Again, take it in while it's here because it is going to get a little bit cool out there and it's looking like it could last for an extended amount of time. Tonight, we're looking at fairly warm overnight lows. Most of the area actually staying in the upper 50s. Some of us might not even dip below 60 degrees. So a little bit warm out there, and that's going to continue as we go into tomorrow. Maybe a few degrees cooler for areas south of I-90. We'll have some additional cloud coverage out there. Otherwise, everybody else still looking to shoot back up into the mid-80s out there. So another warm one. We could have a chance for some isolated thunder as well, especially within that cloud coverage off to the south. But overall, it's looking like we're going to be staying mostly dry until we get towards the middle portion of the week, and you can kind of see when exactly that's going to come. It's going to come with this drop in temperatures. Again, until then, we're staying in the 80s for at least the next few days. Today, we got up to 86, still quite a ways away from that record high, but as we go into Tuesday, La Crosse is going to get close. We still have some ground to make up. That record sitting at 90, but it'll be a close one, and then going throughout the rest of the week, still staying in the 80s until Friday. System comes through on Thursday that's going to be bringing a big pattern change into the area, bringing much cooler weather in. That's actually close, almost right on the dot to our average high, but we'll have some slightly cooler temperatures coming in right behind it, and it looks like it could last into the beginning of next week as well. The other story is the fact that we actually have some rain on the way, starting tomorrow with maybe a couple isolated showers and thunderstorms, and that pattern continues on into Wednesday as well. Confidence, though, is starting to increase on a system passing through on Thursday that could bring widespread showers and thunderstorms into the area, maybe even bringing some extra showers into Friday. Looking to be dry to start the weekend off, but another chance for some widespread rain going into the beginning of next week that could last into about Tuesday or even Wednesday. So a little bit more of a wetter pattern now after this dry stretch that we've been having. Let's break it down. Pretty light chances as we go into tomorrow. Again, mainly south of I-90. If you squint, you can see them. Just some quick, brief thunderstorms popping up, but the second they're there, they're going to be gone just as quickly. We should be dry by the evening hours. If we skip ahead to Wednesday afternoon, it's going to be a very similar setup, but we could actually have a little bit more widespread areas getting the impact of those isolated thunderstorms. Again, very small and quick thunderstorms, but they're there nonetheless. We could get a nice little sprinkle out of them if you're lucky enough. Otherwise, chances are looking much better on Thursday. The fact that we can even get those isolated thunderstorms on Wednesday is showing that we have moisture actually returning back into the area. You can see some more showers coming on Thursday morning. However, they look to break down as they get to about La Crosse in that Mississippi River Valley. That's not going to be the case for this second round, though. Here is that line of thunderstorms that we've been talking about for the past few days now. Possibility to have some strong or severe thunderstorms within that line as well. So that's definitely something that we're going to be wanting to keeping our eye on. And then after that, it's bringing much cooler weather into the area. Maybe a couple showers behind the system lingering throughout the day Friday, but really that main story is going to be those cooler temperatures. 65 for your high on Saturday, 66 on Sunday. That's like
chilly.
It's a 20-degree difference from today.
It sure is. Just when we were getting used to this warmth.
Can't ever get used to it.
No, can't. Not
quite
yet.
Summer yet.
Not
Yes.
Yet. All right, thank you, Nicole. Coming up in sports, the UWL baseball team gathers to find out their fate in the D3 National Baseball Tournament. Plus a couple of games with major conference title implications on the diamond. Jacob is up next.
It's an easy puzzle to solve. The one app your phone can't live without. Bringing you local news, sports, streaming video, and a lot more. The News 8 Now app. Get it today. Oh, and good job on the puzzle.
Get up to 60% off list prices
at the huge memorial sale at Slumberland Furniture.
Like a modern chaise with storage that's also a sleeper. Relax and recline for just $4.95. Get a Silly Queen mattress starting at $2.99.
Do not miss this one.
At Taco John's, we serve a higher standard of flavor with grilled chicken, creamy fiesta sauce, and always hot potato olays. That's what we call West Mex. Try our freshest lineup yet with the new Fiesta menu only at Taco John's.
Give your business the dumpster service it deserves for 15% less than you're paying now with Big Hook. Big Hook offers daily, weekly, or monthly pickups with professional drivers and 24-hour emergency service to our La Crosse County customers. New commercial accounts lock in a 15% savings, plus be one of the first 100 to sign up and get free delivery, setup, and a $50 gift card. This is a limited time offer. Save more with service you can trust. Contact Big Hook today.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
The Driftless region is a thriving community where tradition and innovation shine. And Culligan has a long history of providing custom solutions to address the area's water worries, like iron, sulfur, PFAS, and manganese. Culligan, water you love since 1936.
All new Sealy Posturepedic now at Slumberland. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for $299. Save up to $500 on Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Plus, get 60-month financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. The Memorial Sale at Slumberland.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
A couple of important late-season matchups going down earlier this afternoon. We'll begin on the baseball diamond. Holman looking to stay unbeaten against MVC foes. Vikings taking on Onalaska, who entered with just 2 league losses. First up, it's Braden DeLong up for the Hilltoppers. Sends one out to center field, bringing home Antoine Felton to start the scoring. A little later, runners on second and third for Tyler Cole. Grounds one out to third, but that brings home Trent Oyen. And then we go to Brennan Metzler. The base knock for Holman takes advantage of an error out in center as well, sliding into second base safely. And how about those Vikings? They score 4 unanswered, and they stay perfect against MVC foes. Aaron Plozet with 10 strikeouts for Holman. First of 2 big ones this week for Cooley Conference frontrunners. Panthers getting the party started. McLean Heilman rips one down the left field line. That's fair, and that scores the first 2 runs of the game. Then Dylan Bayer up with ducks on the pond, sends it out to short, but the difficult play cannot be made, and everyone is safe. And folks, Josie Brudos alone is worth the price of admission. 17 strikeouts in this one, and then she's going to get some help from her battery mate, Megan Johnson. Athletic play, laying out for the spectacular catch. West Salem blanks GT 4-0. A few other finals from today. First on the softball diamond, Westby takes down Black River Falls by 5, and Caledonia looks sharp against Winona as the Warriors improve to 14-3. And in baseball action, Aquinas stays 1 game back of Holman in the race for the MVC crown, shutting out Logan, and Royal clinches no worse than a share of the Scenic Bluffs title. Jackson Bender with 3 hits in that one. Well, we had plenty of fun with the UWL Eagles back in the March Madness postseason on the basketball court. We flipped the calendar a couple pages, and today the baseball team gathering to hear their name called for the NCAA D3 Baseball Championships. And thanks to a 33-9 overall mark this season, La Crosse was chosen as one of the teams lucky enough to host weekend action in the regional round. The Eagles came in fairly certain they'd make the 64-team field, but were unsure about the possibility of being at home. And that's a factor that head coach Chris Schwartz says could be a huge advantage.
Yeah, they get to sleep in their own beds. I mean, that's huge, and they're very, very familiar with Copeland Park. There's pros and cons to being on the road or being at home, but being at home definitely is better for them. They're familiar, especially the way we play, the style of baseball that we play in our park. Nobody wants to play us at home.
UWL will look to start off the double elimination format with a win against Bethany Lutheran University on Friday at 11. Brewers looking to start their series with the Guardians on the right foot, but in the 4th inning, big mistake from Jackson Churio out in center, misjudges the ball with the bases loaded, and that will clear them. 3-0, Cleveland goes in front. Then in the 6th, Kyle Manzardo is going to bloop one out in front of Churio this time. Milwaukee offense can't muster much, and they drop the opener 5-0. Let's check in on the Timberwolves, who are out on the West Coast in Game 4 against the Warriors. And at last check, Minnesota led 49-45 with 4 minutes and change left in the second quarter. Julius Randle with a scorching 19 points already and 5 boards to boot. Golden State led by Jonathan Kuminga, who has 10. And tonight in Chicago, NBA teams gathering for the draft lottery. The Jazz, Wizards, and Hornets entering the night with the best percentages to get the top pick. But it was, the Mavericks who entered with a 1.8% chance. They locked up in the #1 spot, presumably will take the consensus top player, Cooper Flagg, who is right there in attendance. And that's a big moment.
That's new to me.
I was trying to explain to her in the break what it was. So they put lottery balls together. The worse record is, the more balls you get in there, the better chance you get for a better spot.
At first, I thought it wasn't based on performance at all. It was just a luck of the draw. But okay.
It is kind of still lucky that they got the top pick because they didn't have that bad of a year last year. So just kind of crazy how the NBA works out. But
that's interesting how they do that.
Yeah, that's nice. So
yeah. So all the results are out tonight, or
yes, those results are for those 14 teams are in, and then the rest is just based on record.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Okay, I learned something today. Nicole, we have more news right after this.
Founded on hard work, dedication, respect, and integrity, we at Maxwell White understand the importance of home comfort. Maxwell White strives to provide our customers with a positive experience every time. Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
This is the story about a little empathy. No matter where little empathy looked, it just couldn't find its place in the world. Which was sad, because it had so much to give. Then one day, little empathy made a friend. And the friend took it somewhere it would always be useful and appreciated. Welcome to a place where healthcare is all about caring. Amplify Health. A little empathy changes everything.
Garden season is here, and Stockman's is ready for you. From vegetable plants and hanging baskets to vibrant flowers, mulch, and soil, we have everything to get your garden growing. Don't miss the fresh shipment of top-quality trees. Get yours before they're gone. While you're here, check out the selection of Husqvarna lawnmowers, metal art, statues, gas and charcoal grills, seed potatoes, onions, grass seed, and so much more. Stop by Stockman's of Osseo, your one-stop shop for everything outdoors, and we'll be looking for you.
At Ferris, we want you to get the most out of your time and end each day feeling good. That's why we pioneered exclusive lawnmower suspension technology, allowing for full-speed mowing, even over the roughest terrain. Grow your business by getting more done in less time with Ferris. Ferris. Work hard, feel good. Found exclusively at independent Ferris dealers.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
Well, Krispy Kreme is announcing an amazing collaboration for Pac-Man's 45th anniversary. Available beginning today for a limited time at participating U.S. shops, the Krispy Kreme X Pac-Man collection features 3 new donuts in a nostalgic custom Pac-Man game dozen box. The promotion also comes with free food. The chain is giving away 45,000 free original glazed donuts this week. So bye-bye summer diet temporarily, because those look good, right? Love me some Krispy Kreme. I agree. Nicole has a final look at your forecast right after this break.
You wouldn't buy the first vehicle you saw.
Trust me, it's perfectly safe.
I'll take it. So don't hire the first personal injury lawyer you call.
Trust me.
Where do I sign? Object to anything less than the best. Call BGR.
You're ready for home improvement. Bathroom, kitchen, windows, doors, and more. The question is who? Begin here. The Board Store Home Improvements. The most experienced sales team in the area. The most experienced installation team. Plan with designers concerned about meeting your wants and needs. Choose from a selection of superior products. Receive a detailed proposal and a firm price. No pressure, no games. Recently voted Best of La Crosse, locally owned and operated. More than you expect for less than you thought. The Board Store.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
We see you out there, building a life you love, knowing that when inspiration strikes, nothing should get in your way. At Blaine's, we're here to help with everything you need to make it happen at prices that make it possible. Like $50 off all Aaron's walk-behind mowers or new Husqvarna riding mowers powered by Briggs & Stratton engines. Plus, as a family-owned business, we offer the Blaine's Best Price Promise, guaranteeing you'll always find the lowest price with us or we'll match it. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
The search for savings stops here at Black River Furniture Outlet, Wisconsin's best price furniture store. Stop in and check out our Poly outdoor furniture, relaxing swivel gliders, loves, and dining sets, available to customize. Inside, shop a huge lineup of Ashley, Catnapper, and Best Home Upholstery. Reclining or stationary sofas, loves, or sectionals available. Set the table or make the bed with sets from Ashley Furniture, and find the perfect rug to tie your home together. Family and veteran-owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Hiring the wrong personal injury attorney can cost you a lot. Researching personal injury attorneys costs you nothing. We're confident that your research will lead you to buy Goff and Rohde. BGR, object to anything less than the best.
We have a warm start to the week, but thunderstorm chances on Thursday really bring some cooler weather in afterwards. Staying in the 60s for a couple days in a row. And Jacob has never had Krispy Kreme before.
Still thinking about those donuts,
hasn't.
man.
Gotta get you some donuts.
I know, I gotta find a state that has them now. That does it for us at 10. We'll see you tomorrow.